Here we go, morning routine. Hey, Buttercup. Hey, pretty lady. Right. It's about 7:30. Full view of the back of the house, garden. There are the goats. First thing to do, turn on the light. Second thing to do, Hamilton is a bully. At meal times, he won't let the other goats eat. So there's a leash on the wall, see, attached to the wall. And you put it over his horn, under his chin. Come here, bud. And over the other horn. Oh, he's not cooperating. There we go. Okay, there. Now Hamilton is leashed into the wall. And open the tack room. Turn on the lights. Feeding bowls are right here. Go to the horse feed bin. And 1 scoop for Buttercup, 1 scoop for Biscuit, and a little more than half a scoop for Duke, because Duke is fat. We cover over with water. All of these, let them soak. It's just better for the horses to eat grain that's soaked with water than dry. It helps keep them from colicking, which is a horrible thing that happens sometimes. And then we're going to take some pig food. And this next bin over, grab the red bucket of horse and goat feed. Come out of the tack room and let Hamilton have a little bit here. Because he's a good boy, being leashed tied against the wall. Here you go, boy. Okay. Then we, come here, come on. Then Billy and Lena, the other goats, will run to their room. Go in, close the door behind you. Toss some handfuls of feed. 1, 2, 1, 2 in their feed bins. You can see that they've got their little places they eat. All right. So they're chowing down. Amelia has already assumed the position. She's out back. So we close that. Oliver, the pig, will be eating right here. Just put a little grain for him. There you go, bud. So Oliver is starting to eat. And we close the bottom half of this stall. Close him in there. Buttercup is next. She goes into her stall with just a little bit because she's about to get her full meal. But this is just to get her into her stall. Good girl. Then we close her in her stall like so. And not sure this will be the routine when you get here for the pigs, but right now we have somebody who is bringing a ton of vegetables for them every Friday. So I'm feeding them a bunch of veggies. All right. Amelia is a good girl. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Amelia. Hey, pretty piggy. All right. And then we go up the hill for Amelia, because if she eats anywhere else, somebody will steal it from her. Amelia is low man on the totem pole. She is at the bottom of the pecking order, and the horses, the goats, and her brother, Oliver, the pig, will all bully her around food if they have a chance, which is very sad, but that's the way it is. So we are going up the hill. This is our rear pasture. See if I can give you a little bit of view. It's one big hill and it's kind of a mess at the moment. But we do have an extra mini barn at the top of the hill in the back here. This is the safest place for Amelia to eat. I can't put her in a stall with Oliver because he wouldn't let her eat a single bite if they were eating together. He's just a bully that way. All right. Amelia, come on. Come on, Amelia. Come on, Amelia. Where are you? There you are. All right, come on, girlie. Just a little bit of grain. And then we'll give her, here we go, at least half that bag of veggies. There you go, girlie. Just right there. Go on, Amelia. Go on, Amelia. No, go on. Go on and eat. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's go eat. No, why aren't you going away? Come on now. Go eat. Come on, Amelia. There you go. Come on, let's go eat. Go eat your breakfast. There you go. There you go. All right. She can eat up here in peace. All right. And we go back down the hill. Okay. Back to the barn, where you can open the top of this half door if you want. We're gonna give Oliver the other half of the veggies. I know. I've got this baking pan in here to set the veggies on. All right, there goes Oliver, chowing down. All right. All right, and there's Hamilton. He's been waiting like a good boy, so he gets more of this. Just kind of hold the bucket. Let him get a few mouthfuls. All right. Set the bucket on the table. Put the bucket for pig feed back. And these trash cans have these little things that secure them. These little handles that you set like perpendicular directly on top. Otherwise, mice can actually get in. They'll lift the lid and get in there and chow down. So this keeps them from being able to lift that lid off. Okay. Now we take the 3 horse feeds. First bowl is for Buttercup, so we go back into her stall, and Buttercup's waiting. Her feeder is against this wall. Dump the bucket of feed in there, and she gonna chow down. Good girl. All right. Close her back in there. Toss the bowl over near the hose for the time being. Let's see. Next, we're going to feed Duke. Hey, here's Duke. He's right here and can eat. If he'll let me get the food out. Eat there. And the feeder against the wall. Yeah, good boy. All right. Biscuit and Duke share these 2 stalls together. Every night we had a door. Whoops, hold on, Biscuit. No, he's very excited. I'll explain in a minute. Here's Biscuit. Whoop. Okay, up. You just guide Biscuit loosely. He's blind, but just needs a loose guide over to this raised dog feeder. You set the bowl in the raised dog feeder bowl, and that's where he eats. See if he'll do happy foot. Happy foot, happy foot. Sometimes there he goes. That right foot stomps a little bit when he's eating. I call it happy foot. He got happy foot. Not in the mood right now. As I was saying, these 2 stalls, this is where Biscuit and Duke are every night together. There is a sliding door that we had made. So we turned 2 stalls into one with this sliding door. In the mornings, once Biscuit is out, you can close this. And you can close the door to Biscuit's stall. It is labeled Biscuit up there. Anyway, his stall can stay closed all day. I'll explain why in a bit. Hamilton is still being a good boy, so he gets a little bit more. Yes. Good boy, Hammy. All right. Now we take 1 flake of hay. 1 flake, which is, they kind of fall apart in little sections called flakes. 1 pretty big size flake of hay we need to take to the back because this is where Biscuit spends his mornings, in the back. Buttercup, unfortunately, she likes to kick Biscuit. So Buttercup is not allowed to be with Biscuit ever. So Biscuit will be by himself in the morning back here, and then we switch the horses. That might be different when you come down. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, what I'm doing here is just shaking loose the hay to make it a little easier to eat. Just separating it out, shaking it loose here. Making it a pile that Biscuit can eat on all morning. There is the hay for him. There's a big water bucket there, the red one. That'll probably need to be cleaned out once while you're here. We also have, you can see, troughs of different sizes back here for everybody to drink out of, including the pigs. The pigs cannot reach the taller troughs, so we have smaller bowls for the pigs. Biscuit's still chowing down. This is a mud wallow. This will be in use when you're here in June. The pigs, it'll be cleared of all these leaves. We haven't started using it yet. It'll be full of water and just be a mud pit for the pigs to cool off. They cake themselves in mud to prevent sunburn, to stay cool. So they need access to a mud wallow every day when it's hot. They'll start using this when it gets to be about 75 degrees here. Any hotter than that, and they're going to want to roll in the mud. So part of what you'll do is take the hose and fill this up each day. Make sure it's pretty full. The hose is right here. If you use the hose, turn the water off when you're done, because we've had water issues where our lines are on the neighbor's property. Long story. Anyway, so I'm using the hose to just rinse out the bowls that I use to feed the horses. Just rinse them out. We clean these like once a week, but you can just rinse them out, no problem. Set them back on the table. And I can explain a little bit of what's in here. So this will be your feed station. In the summer, you'll probably be adding this to their morning meals. If you can see that. It helps keep flies away, and it's something that goes in their meals. So you'll be adding a scoop of that to their meals. There's first aid kit, tools, lots of meds in there. The water, trash bags down below. Horse grooming is here. Stack of hay. These are stall shavings. So when people clean the stalls, once they scoop out all the soiled stuff, if it's running a little thin on the ground, if there's not quite enough left to cover the ground, then you grab a bag of shavings and open it up and sprinkle it everywhere in the stalls. So those are called stall shavings. This is a big bin of extra horse and goat feed. Like to keep extra on hand. Horse and goat feed here, pig feed here. This container, big tall container with the smaller container on top, see here? This here is called PDZ, Horse Stall Refresher. That's what these bags behind are. They are granules that you put down on the wet urine spots in the stalls. And I'll do another video showing you how to clean the stalls. But we have to sprinkle that down so it absorbs the smell and bacteria from the urine before we cover it back over. Otherwise, the stalls would be horribly, horribly smelly and gross. So that's the PDZ, and you just take it with you into each stall and sprinkle on the urine spots. I'll show you that later. We always stock water up here in case anybody needs water. That's about it. I will probably have the feeding instructions up here, all laminated and attached to follow for feeding time, just as reminders. Trash bag hangs behind the door. You might need to empty that switch it out maybe one time while you're here. These are horse blankets and rain sheets for the horses, and you won't need to do anything with either of those in June. They won't need those. What else? The wheelbarrow and tools for cleaning stalls are over here on this left wall, and we try to keep tools wherever they are permanently, not move them around to different places, because Biscuit has memorized that this is where the wheelbarrow and tools are, and so he won't walk into them there. Anyway, so I'll show you that in another video, cleaning and dumping the stuff in the manure pile. And then we keep a calendar of volunteers who have agreed to come out and clean stalls. We generally have a different person coming every day of the week. We'll see where we stand in June. If volunteers are coming every day, that means less work for you, because that means the stalls will have been cleaned by the time you come up here for bedtime routine. But more on that to come. And then we check on Oliver. He's almost done eating. We go back here to check on Biscuit, who is done eating, and he's having a little drink of water. Good boy. All right, the feeder, raised feeder, we just set aside, out of the way. Take his bowl, rinse it out, and then every morning when he's done eating, we close these back doors. All right, close the back doors, and then there is a bungee cord to keep it closed, because the pigs and the horses, when they're really stubborn, can actually slide those apart and get through. And we want to keep Biscuit safe from Buttercup. So that's why we close that. The other thing we can do while we're waiting for everybody to finish eating is check water bowls. So water buckets. This one is mostly clean and mostly full, so I'm going to leave that for later. We just kind of check in each stall. They're hanging buckets. So any buckets that are gross or running low, you'll take them out and refill them, including in the pig stall here. There are water pails against the front side. All right, so close that back up. Water looks good in there. And then return Biscuit's bowl to the counter. Give Hamilton one last bite to eat. Alrighty. Loud. Putting that back in there, and again pulling up this little what do you even call that? I don't know. This little arched arm so that the mice can't get in, because we do have mice. They don't bother me at all. We've tried having a barn cat here, and they keep running away and not staying. So we do not have a barn cat at the moment to help with the mouse situation. Okay, so the tack room door closes in two places. One at the bottom, one at the top, because the goats can be very stubborn and they will push against this door really hard to try to get to what's in there. All right, the other thing you can do is check hay bags. I'm gonna go ahead and let Duke out. Hey Duke, you done? You ready to come out, handsome? Hi, handsome. All right, Duke. So his water bucket's looking okay. This hay bag probably needs to be refilled. It's running a little low, but I'm going to get that at lunchtime. And then each door clips to the wall. You see there's a clip here, right there. So you open the door, and to keep it open, you clip it to the wall. I'm going to go ahead and turn the water off. Then this door slides. We let the goats out. Here's Billy. Hi, Billy. Hi, Billy. Billy's the shy one, so you probably won't be able to pet Billy when you're here. This is Lena. Lena, who has a very happy tail. Lena. She's the goofy one. She's mischievous. She's the youngest girl. All right. Then we let Hamilton off his leash, over the horns, under the chin. Hamilton is free. Then we open the bottom of the middle stall, which is mostly used by the pigs. So Oliver can come out. It also attaches to the wall, right there. And then last to come out is Buttercup. Come on out, Buttercup. This also attaches to the wall, like so. Now everybody's out. Biscuit stall, which is that one, we keep closed, both the external door and the sliding door. It's one less place for everybody to go to the bathroom in, because as free as they are all day long, everybody gets to go outside. They will go into the stalls to go to the bathroom by choice. So that's just one less place to have to clean up additional mess. So that's why we keep that closed. And so now all morning they've got access to hay that's hanging there. Hay bags hanging here. We keep 3 in here. Make sure those are full in the mornings and in the evenings. That's really it for the morning routine. Make sure everything's put up. Make sure you turn the lights off. The most important part is making sure that Hamilton is free. You do not want to mistakenly leave him attached to the wall on a leash because he could really hurt himself. So make sure Hamilton gets off his leash. Right, Hammy? Right, Hammy? Hey, handsome boy. All right, that's the morning routine.